Hey guys, it's David Konikov. I'm out here in Long Island, and I just saw this video of a rabbis that were booed at a pro-Israel event because they stood with a Palestinian state. They said, yeah, we should recognize a Palestinian state. And, quite obviously, the crowd turned on them. Check it out.
Last night, tens of thousands of Israeli Jews gathered on the streets to protest for the release of the hostages. They protested against Hamas. They protested against policies and rhetoric that doesn't allow the hostages to come home. And we must be brave and honest enough to do so. Rhetoric like this does lasting damage to Israel. With those protesting in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem, and across Israel, we call for an end to this war through a deal that brings the hostages home and the permanent restoration of humanitarian aid to Gaza.
Let us be clear about Palestinian statehood. The Palestinian people, like us, have the right to self-determination. But how it is done matters too. We reject a methodology that tries to force this future through violence, terror, and the suffering of civilians. Statehood cannot be built on the blood of innocents, and peace will never grow from the soil of pain and hatred.
We say this because we affirm our common humanity. We mourn for those who were murdered on October the 7th, for the soldiers who have fallen, for innocent civilians whose lives have been lost. Every life.
Jews for Palestine equals chickens for KFC equals cows for McDonald's. That's what I got out of this video. I think that a lot of Jews, for some reason, have this mindset of like, we have to stand even with the people that hate us. And it's like a terrible, liberal, progressive mindset that is pervasive in the Jewish community. I mean, you have a lot of ginos, or Jews in name only, that only are Jewish when they can stand with the enemy and the as a Jews. And I think it's disgusting. I think it needs to be solved, from the perspective of the Reform community or the progressive community, that, either they need to totally branch out and say they're not even Jewish, or they should go ahead and start getting their priorities straight. And the annoying thing about these liberal and progressive Jews is you can't really disown them from the Jewish faith, because despite the fact that they're not practicing, never go to synagogue, never cared about the laws, there's a woman rabbi, obviously that's not allowed in Judaism. Despite that, they still are Jews, right? They were born a Jew. You can't really convert ever. And even if you're not practicing, you're still considered a Jew. And so for people that are actually Jewish, it looks bad on us when people that are, as a Jews go out and do things like this. And that's why, obviously, they got booed off the stage, and I think rightly so. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.